Hey guys, yeah, welcome back to RWBY-JPDE. When last left off, we ended up having a conversation with Cinder, and we walked away from her. Now we realize she's a bigger threat than we originally thought, and we accidentally walked in on a conversation between Wise and Ruby, both admitting they have a crush on me. With that said, let's begin. Okay, Beacon Academy, 11:30 a.m. This is odd. She's taking a lot longer than I thought. Hold on a second. Oh, good. Here's another message from Neo. Alright, let's see. Oh, damn it. That is kind of annoying. Alright, there it is. If it was that dangerous, why didn't you ask me to help, idiot? I mean, yeah, I think Neo would have been a great help in Bartio, but there's no way I could have justified a present to anyone but my own team. She's still a criminal, probably has a warrant out for her. There's no way she could have gotten away from her job to begin with, or at least not with enough time to get to us before we departed. Sorry. That's the break, sadly. Okay. Let's back to this. Could something have happened? She said she was just going to get a report, but maybe she got dragged into a longer discussion. Hopefully it's nothing. Oh, there she is. Partner? You okay? Partner? Oh god. The last time I saw that expression on her face was... Jack, what's wrong? What? I've found... Oh god. Amber. Oh god. I found Amber. God, that looks so much worse. I mean, look at that scar. It looks so much worse in this than it does in the actual series. Ugh, kind of feel bad for her. Like I said, I always felt like Amber was a real missed opportunity in the series. You found Amber? What did you... She can't mean... You don't mean you found her body? Yes. Good news is she's still alive. Bad news is she's slowly dying. Amber is... No! Partner, from the top, what happened? Where's Tysonia and Ruby? They said they were going to meet us in Vale directly. They went ahead of us. Ugh, I'm looking forward to telling them the same story twice. Anyway, I just finished giving my report to Headmaster and... Headmaster's office. 10:39 a.m. And that's how it ended, with a giant metal dragon cavalry rush. I see. As confirmed by Mr. Dicabeus, the intervention of this Gennaro was proverbial. Yes, Miss Goodwitch told us about your doubts, but I'm positive she's an ally. That's good to know. And always better to have a magician on your side than against you. Speaking of magicians, have you had any further encounters with the maiden? No, Headmaster, we haven't. Would have certainly made the trip to Bartio much easier if we had the legend in the group. I see. Headmaster, Miss Goodwitch, what's with the silent treatment? I fear that we have not been completely truthful with you, Miss Ivory. That's the understatement of the century. Yeah, this guy's secrets has secrets. He's basically a super spy, except he hasn't got an eye patch and he's not Samuel Jackson. Although that would be cool. Samuel Jackson playing Ozpin, but then again, I'm not sure that would make me like him more or hate him more. About what exactly? . When we told you that the maidens are real, we also didn't tell you that we have reasons to believe that the maiden you met was a ruse, an illusion. This... And what kind of reason may that be, Headmaster? It's simpler to show you at this point, since it also ties to the reason why I asked you and Miss Demerot to come to Beacon in the first place. The vault, where Amber is. What is this place? This is the reason why Beacon is built here. It is, Miss Ivory. This was given many names over the centuries. You can just call it a vault. For what? Vaults serve to contain things, protect them. A few things, Miss Ivory. As of now, the most prominent object in it. Gods, no. She's not an object. She's a victim. She? She's also the proof you need. Is that machine... Is there someone inside? Miss Ivory? Amber. God, seeing this is really hard for me and anyone who's played this game and loves Amber as a character. Meet Amber, although I think in a way you already met her. This? Amber. Oh god, Amber! Does she look like the person you supposedly met in the city of Peak? Yes, she... I mean, minus the scar and burns? Why is she in this machine? Because she's dying. What do you mean she's dying? Why does this have anything to do with me and Evelyn? When Miss Goodwitch told you about the existence of the maidens, she also asked for secrecy in this matter. That wasn't the only for chaos, and that much revelation would bring, but also protect magical users like Amber. You mean someone attacked her? Someone attacked her, tried to steal her magic powers. Her attacker was stopped halfway, which is the only reason why Amber is not already dead. But her situation is rapidly deteriorating. We don't know how much she has left. You mean this machine can't heal her? There's nothing around which can heal a soul torn in half. A soul? Just like a semblance, magic is very closely tied to soul and aura. When the attacker tried to steal her magic, she was stealing something else as well. As I'm sure you know by now, way to heal an aura structure exists, but a soul can only heal on its own with time. Until then, she will never be able to wake up. Unfortunately, the shock caused her aura structure to fail completely, beyond the point of healing. There's nothing keeping her body alive with the machine, and even that will not last forever. She doesn't have time to heal her soul. This is terrible. Why are you prolonging her suffering like this? Because if she dies, her attacker will obtain all of her powers. Vale City, 12:16 PM. When Cinder attacked Amber, she didn't finish the job, and they left her and Amber with only half the maiden powers each. And whoever dies first leaves the other half to the other person. So we kill Cinder. That won't do it. Just getting her magic back won't fix her body. Then, there's nothing we can do. I don't know, partner. But we can't completely run out of threads to pursue. Nor do we run out of time yet. I secured us some more. Does that have anything to do with... Hey guys! Oh, Titania. Well, how do I look? Titania! Well, someone's surprised. Those clothes. They look good on you. I know, right? You said you wanted a forest theme. I thought I had seen you sketch something, so this was the favour Titania asked of you, Evelyn. And she did a good job. She did a great job. The outfit wasn't complete without the hairpin, so I went to collect it ahead of you. I see. Also, I really like what you did with your hair. Figured you would, Kenshi. You seem to have a type. Can't really deny that. Thanks, Titania. We really needed that. Yeah, I noticed the atmosphere was a bit heavy when I arrived. What happened when I wasn't looking? I'll tell you when we meet up with Bella, Thea, and Ruby. I guess she really went to the meeting spot. Yes, she got really reckless. Can't really blame her. I can understand that. Anyway, this may be something only Bella and Thea can help us with. Whew, this is going to be a long video, I can feel it. This is your peak. 12:59 PM. Sorry about that, guys. I don't get it. What's the big deal with you guys? You're just animals. You don't do things any better than my constructs. On top of that, you crap and bite and eat and buzz and chirp. You're just going to make a mess for me to clean up. I should get rid of you all again. Huff. You better thank me when they come back. Now, only the market's left, and if only I could find any info in there, maybe that means... What do you think, Janara? It's a terrible fate. Vales Park. 1:19 PM. I think I should have gone with, military hours. That should have been a 13 instead of a 1. I know all too well what you must feel, seeing someone you love waste away. I figured, sis, which is why. Considering Bella's situation, is there anything you can share with us that would help? Our situation is different, but Bella's affections are purely mental, not physical. And the process is not something that we could replicate without magic. Thank you all the same. Wait, Kenshi, you misunderstood. Misunderstand? I misunderstand? We can't help Amber. Same with you. You help me, but I can help her. You can? Really? You sure of that, Bella? Yes. I mean, I probably can't do anything about her soul, but I can definitely help her with her aura structure. That's great. How the hell, is that your semblance? Yes, it's, well, probably take some preparations, but I'm sure I can help, if you allow me. Bella, I think I could kiss you right now. Gosh, big brother, I'm not doing this because, I figured, still, if you can really help, that's great news. So, what about we put that aside for a moment and we can focus on the original reason we gathered here? Summer Rose. And the night of the murder. Yes. Isabella, what happened that night? You already know how Jacques Schnee put a contract out for our father's life? Schnee? Yes, Ruby. Weiss's father. I see. What you don't know is that Black had also taken another contract, an unusual request given his fame, but it paid way much more for such an easy job, so he took it. You mean... Yes. Mercurius Black got a contract to kidnap me and Bella. He obviously succeeded. I was living in an orphanage at the time and got to me first. Then he brought me to one of his hideouts, and a couple of days later, he brought Thea in. Don't be so noisy. I just brought you a roommate. Huh? She's so little. She's even younger than me. Yeah. Can't understand why they want two runs like you. Anyway, be sure to make her eat up. We're going for a trek in a few days. Daddy, Mommy, Jackie. It wasn't even 2 weeks later that they brought us to, well, we call it a source. A source of what? Pyro-Obsidian. The boss. Pyro-Obsidian is found a bit all over the world, and the boss somehow has a connection to all of it, and areas with particular connections of it can act as a conduct for his magic, no matter the distance. And that's when it happened. The switch. What? Why? It hurts. Why does it hurt so much? Why am I looking at myself? I'll be damned, it actually happened. But why? To control us and our semblances. I'm sure you're at least familiar with Wise's semblance now. It's powerful, but he can't force us to use our semblances with it. Which is why they exchange our souls, because the only medicine for when I break down is the boss's magic. And now Bella's soul and body have gotten used to each other. He's using Summer. He's using my mother? What do you mean? Wiser, he knows what happened to her. What? And as long as he's still going to need us... Oop, back up. As long as he'll keep that knowledge from us. You shouldn't let him. Excuse me? What? You shouldn't let him... You shouldn't just let this guy use you. Just to know about my mother. Ruby, you can't... I mean, I understand what she means, but it's your mother. I know. I barely remember her. I only got stories and a picture. Oh, damn, why does it keep happening? Stories and a picture, and no one wants to know what happened to her more than me. But I'm sure that my mother wouldn't want to be used as an excuse to blackmail you. She'd tell you just to forget about her and keep moving on. You really are just like her. I am? Yes. You are just like her for a moment there. For realsies? For realsies. How did you meet her then? Mercurius kept us captive in a hideout for close to 2 years, feeding us, keeping us in good health until... What? Who? There's someone outside. What the? It could be someone from the village. They wouldn't dare... I didn't want to believe it. Who the hell are you? That someone would keep 2 young girls captive, no matter the reason. The hell are you? Listen, lady. You've already cost me a door. You better turn around and leave if you know what's good for. And yet, here I find you. Are you even listening to what I'm saying? Who's that lady? I don't know, but... Don't think I don't recognize you, Mercurius Black. The terrified people of this village mustered enough courage to lead me to you. And for this, and much more. This aura! What kind of... I shall now bring you to justice. She actually says all that? Yes. You know what sounds like a bit of a cornball, Ruby? I like her. Jeez, Mom, why do you embarrass my friends? It's what moms do, Ruby. They love to embarrass people in front of their friends. It's also the same with fathers and brothers and sisters. I should know. I have a little brother, and he's a pain in the arse. Well, I love him anyway. She doesn't sound that dissimilar from how you act sometimes, Ruby. But it's different. I'm young and cute and adorable. She's my mom. She couldn't capture Merc Black while defending us, but she saved us. She wanted to bring us to safety, to a bigger village or city, but we had no way of knowing whether to find another source, where to fix Bella once she was started acting up again. She stayed with us for 6 months. She taught us so many things. Should we control my semblance and unlock Bella's aura? Huh? Huh? When it was time for her to leave, I'll never forget her words, her last words to us. Here, Thea. Huh? Oh right, you're calling yourself Bella now. Sorry. I still haven't got used to it. No, but I mean, this is your cloak. Your brooch. Don't worry about the cloak. I always carry a spare, see? You actually do. Justice is also an image job, you know? People can't feel like a hero has just arrived if they don't look the part. But your brooch, it's fine. It's a present. But wouldn't you rather... Oh, fine. If you're so adamant about it, you can give it back to me when we meet next time. You really think so? I have no doubt about it. Either I come back to you or we meet again somewhere else, somewhere in the world. Either way, I'm sure we'll meet again. You're both strong, and I don't mean physically. It takes resolve to make decisions like you made. You have each other, you have your resolve, and you have aura. I'm sure you'll be fine as long as you keep moving forward. Moving forward? Yes. No matter how many sad things happen to you, you have to keep on living, walking the earth on your own 2 feet. In this vile world, that's the only dignified way to live for humans. So, promise me you'll keep on moving forward. I swear too. Good girls. Whew, this is heavy, and I love it. Ruby, don't take this wrong way, but I want to be like your mother when I grow up. She sounds awesome. Yeah, she does. Is there something the matter? I guess I'm a bit jealous. She was my mom, but you got 6 months with her. You haven't got years. I got nothing. She talks about you and Yang a lot, you know. What did she say? I think that's our cue. Alright, how about we leave Bella and Ruby alone while we talk about the other thing? Sounds like a plan. Shall we take a seat over there? City of Peak. 2:31 PM. Nothing. Nowhere in the city is there any hint. Ugh. I should have seen this coming. I'm going in there with them after all. I guess they're talking about what's happening, huh? Alright. Vale Park Diner. 3:21 PM. Well, 3:02 PM. That's completely broken. A summons that gives you anything you want? Not just like how it works. Bella calls it wish. All the summons can do is change the state of something in realms of possibility. It can't do the impossible. Oh, I see. Very intriguing. Of course Pain would understand that. Pfft. Okay, let's try an example. Thank you. Remember when we fought with Bella and Titania? Do I ever? I'm sure Bella would have displayed some superior physical strength at some point. She did, even beyond simple aura enhancement. That's because she used her semblance to change her body to a state where it was physically stronger. The aura multiplier did the rest. Okay. What about the explosions? She changed the state of the oxygen in the air to state of combustion. Now, in both of those cases, the state of being stronger and combustion are both states her bodies and the oxygen that are technically able to do on their own. But she can't make something happen if it's impossible in real life. She can't just wish for the ability to fly or grow a third limb, because those are things that she can't possibly do. So, what Bella does is create shortcuts. That's another way to put it, yes. So, what she stops, what's it from, like, wishing someone to be dead? The further away the object state is from the current one, the more aura required of Bella's affecting people's lives, being a multiplies the aura she needs for the wish, and she so does, making it permanent. Which is exactly why she most likely does things like create explosions with it. Doing something like shutting off someone's body, forcibly making them fail, will probably kill her in the process. Hey, whoa! No, whoa! I don't want her to die. With your help, she won't, can she? Remember that her aura pool has no upper limit. Doing something like bringing in a defunct aura structure back to normal will probably be the most taxing thing she's ever done, but it's a good thing you're around to help. Yeah, I guess. Although, speaking of semblances, there's something about the story that was unusual to me. What is it? You mentioned that Bella can only get aura unlocks when you met Summer after the switch. That would mean that at that point of time, the only one with a semblance unlocked was her. I mean you, but the body semblance, yes. Alright, thank you. Anyway, that means that the target, the semblance they wanted to be obtained was that semblance, and the wish one was just a generous side bonus. That's the same conclusion we came to, yes. We have no idea what they might exactly need. Yeah, sorry guys. We have no idea what they might exactly need it for, but it seems Isabella A. Ivory just happened to be a victim of circumstances. Mercurius Black was probably just tasked to find another random kid in exchange for solve of the kidnapping. They couldn't predict that Thea... Oh, screw it. They couldn't predict that your body was a universal soul receiver. Indeed. I think Mercurius was told to keep Bella alive only after they realized how close we had become over the event, and maybe just try and hold a return to normalcy as a reward for obedience. I don't know. I see. That covers the why, but leaves the mass of how and who and the who. The boss can't really interact with outside world as an old person, so who gives Mercurius Black the contract? And how do they know about the semblance of a random girl in an orphanage somewhere in Vacuo? Mistral, actually. And those are the same questions we haven't been able to find answers to so far. I think I have them, actually. Well, that was fast. Sister, what do you mean? There's only one person in Remnant that knows all the possibilities to keep an eye out on particular semblances, and before the network was a thing, I figured he kept a ledger somewhere. Headmaster Ozpin! Yep. But that would make no sense. Why would Ozpin even ask Mercurius Black to do something like this? He wouldn't, partner. Hold your horses. This is just the how. The person who put on the contract knew about Thea's semblance happened thanks to Ozpin's database. Now, considering the location, who's the only person involved in this story who happened to opportunity and the skill to access it? Wiser Van Goth. You mean he did that when he was still a student? There's no one else it could be. Not only did he have a motive and an opportunity, but also the underground world connection to get a contract to someone like Mercurius Black to begin with. That's why he started working with Roman Torchwick. Other than amassing the personal wealth needed to do it. Sorry, guys. but that would. The first time we met Wiser was a year ago. We met Howard before we met him. We thought even if he had been recruited before anyone, this Wiser has been working on this plan for much longer than we thought, and the only being up, and that only brings up more questions, doesn't it? Yeah, the same ones too. How and why? Vale Park, 5:51 p.m. This is gonna be a long episode, guys, so bear with me. Thank you again, sister. Thank you. Thanks for today, sister Bella. It was a pleasure, really. Not acting like enemies for once was very refreshing. But we aren't finished yet, have we? Huh? Yeah, we should get a head start on the plans to save Amber. You mean? Huh? Whew, how else are we going to get you through? Get enough or otherwise? No, I understand, of course, but it's a very private thing, and I mean, are you sure you want to with me? If it makes you feel any better, I promise to drain you of all your aura the moment you try and do anything against me. I guess, okay. Good. Come on, let's do it. She's trying her best, isn't she? Yes, she... Oh god. Is that your scroll, Titania? Yes, and right now only 2 people have my number. Excuse me, I gotta take this. Only 2 people? If one is for speech, then the other must be... Ruby, you sure you want to go ahead on your own? It's fine, Penny. I just need some time to think. It was nice hearing some of the stories about my mother, but it's still a lot to take in. You know, all this stuff was with Headmaster Ozpin too. Also, there's something else I just can't put my finger on, and that is what's bothering me so much. I know the feeling. Just remember that we're here if you need to bounce ideas back and forth. Absolutely. We're always here for you, Ruby, and I'm sure your team is too. I know, but I don't know how much I can tell them considering how this whole thing is tied to, you know. Oh well, not much thinking to be done right now. Not without some inspirational solitude. Good night, Evelyn, Penny. Wonder what's on her mind. She didn't seem sad, but... I wonder as well. Still, I'm happy that hearing stories about her mother made Ruby more happy than sad. I have no experience with loss, so I wouldn't know what to begin helping with her. Only you would be sad about something like that, girlfriend. I guess it can be taken as weird, yes. Penny is such a sweet girl. How much time do we have, Jack? Beacon Park, 6:39 p.m. At least a couple of weeks more. Ozpin's summon was urgent, but he was willing to allow me some more time. Time for what exactly? The only thing you haven't told us about is how you converse with the headmaster ended. That's a thing I don't want Wise to know about, even by mistake. Because it entails telling you about his request and the real reason why me and Evelyn are in Beacon in the first place. It's about Amber's power, isn't it? You said the entire reason they're keeping Amber alive is not to let Amber have her magic, but it was going to happen sooner or later. Also, if Cinder had to do his wait, she wouldn't have risked coming to Beacon in the first place. She's here because she needs to make sure, which means there's only a way to make sure the powers never come back to her. But if the headmaster said he can't save Amber, that only leaves transferring a power to someone else. And that's where me and Evelyn come in. I asked the headmaster for more time to verify if Evelyn's semblance may actually still be of help. It's dangerous, isn't it? Yes, the machine has never been tested before. In theory, it should work, but... Which is why my semblance was needed to predict the outcome. And a strong aura and conviction also helps in accepting magic powers. Apparently, in the best choices among the orphans, be active or retired. Should we tell the headmaster about Cinder? That would also reveal that we actually know Amber, and that we also have no intention of letting her die. Work or not, the machine will kill Amber. The headmaster would never approve of letting Bella help. He would have zero reason to trust her, and if Amber dies without transferring her powers, they will go to Cinder. Kenshi, did Bella tell you any details about the process? Could it be done from a distance? No. So, my wish, first of all, I have to see the thing I want to affect. Second, if I want to affect something living, I need to touch it. I see. So other than needing to gather enough aura, you're also going to need to be near Amber for your semblance to work. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, right? Definitely not, but I'll find a way, Bella, I swear. Right, I'm sure that if it's you, you'll find a way. This is the way. So we need to get access to this vault. Ugh, this is going to be a headache and a half. The only entrance would be the elevator. The elevator that leads to the headmaster's office. Yes, but the vault door is the only reasonable selectable from the headmaster's office. On top of that, it needs a password from the elevator's numpad. So number pad, basically. So in order, we need Bella to be in high enough aura levels for the treatment to work. We need to access the headmaster's office, and we need to know the password. Penny, wouldn't you happen to be able to help us with the last thing? I do have some hacking capabilities, but nowhere near the level needed for something like this. I'm mostly optimized for battle. But I think I know who may be able to help with that. That's one person down. Yeah, now I trust we don't need to worry about getting Bella charged up. You leave that to me, partner. She's going to have all the energy she needs. Just watch out for her mood swings, alright? I know she seems to have gotten the better, but I will Eve. And you heard me, didn't you? I'll drain her of all her aura if she tries anything. Speaking of aura sharing, since you know all about her semblance works, I haven't really tested it yet, since I'm currently pretty low on aura. I'll check tomorrow. You never know. All that's left, I guess, is finding a good occasion to sneak in. Glad I have someone to tell Janara and the other... Janara other than Amber is dying. You haven't told Janara yet? She's already gotten enough on her mind without the need for collection of bad news. Speaking of which, she's coming with us into the mines. She couldn't find anything pertaining to our situation in the entire city. On the other hand, considering that this place is certainly going to be a choke full of Parobsidian, that makes me feel more at ease. On the other, what are we going to find in there? So many questions, isn't it? Headmaster's office. 9:19 p.m. No. No, I couldn't. Despite, I can't. Still, this is the only way to make sure. And if by choice this isn't a scheme, she has the right to know. What are you doing, Ozpin? Seriously, what are you doing? Uh-oh. This is a joke, Ozpin. We need to talk. Salem. Without doubt, the true depressing story in RWBY. Salem. Whew. And what happens now? Oh. Well guys, that's the end of this video here. Like us all, like, comment, and subscribe. That's Jeff, and I'm out of here. See ya.